Okay, so the second big idea on day 5 is the distributive property. So if we go and look here, distribute means multiply. Okay, that's what we're going to think of. And whenever we are working with the distributive property, we have to take whatever is on the outside and multiply it by everything on the inside. Okay, so that means doing negative 3x times 4. And whenever we do negative 3x times 4, well, deal with your numbers first. So negative 3 times 4 is negative 12. Right? And then do not drop your x. Okay, the x stays because the 4 doesn't have a variable, so nothing about the x changes. So negative 3x times 4 is negative 12x. Then I'm going to do negative 3x times positive 2. Well, negative 3 times 2 is negative 6. And then when I multiply x times x, both of these variables have an exponent of 1. Okay, so even though it's not written, they both have an exponent of 1. And whenever we multiply variables together, so if we multiply x to the first times x to the first, which is what's happening here, we have to add the exponents. So this becomes x to the 1 plus 1, which is x squared, or x to the second power. So negative 3x times 2x is negative 6x squared. Right? So if I go and type that in, I'm going to have negative 12x minus 6x squared. So my answer. And there we go. Okay, and this will work it out for you. But what's different there is whenever we are combining like terms, we're just adding and subtracting. So our exponents don't change. But when we multiply or distribute, our exponents change. Okay, that's something to keep in mind. So then we have the distributive property level 2. So if I go through one of these problems, we're going to do the same thing. Okay, so I've got to do negative 10 times negative 7x squared. Well, negative 10 times negative 7 is positive 70 x squared. And then negative 10 times positive 5x is negative 50 x. Okay. So if I multiply those and then type in my answer, 70x squared minus 50x. Remember, to get the variable or to get the exponent, you do shift 6 on your keyboard. All right, so that one worked. And let's do one more so we can work through this one. I erase all that. All right, so this time 4x times negative 3x squared. Well, first, 4 times negative 3 is negative 12. And then x times x squared, remember that has an exponent of 1, and I have to add them when I multiply. So 1 plus 2 is 3, so I get x to the third. Okay, then 4x times negative 5x. 4 times negative 5 is negative 20 x squared. And then 4x times negative 6, well, 4 times negative 6 is negative 24. And then don't forget to put that x, right? And that is your final answer on that problem. So you just distribute everything on the outside and multiply it by everything on the inside.